Well, good morning and welcome to Mad About Bikes. Today I'm not at work, as you can see by the thumbnail. I have got the great opportunity to have a very rare day off work. And what better day to have off than this? It's a Thursday afternoon, 18 degrees, and it feels like more mid-September than it does mid-October. It's absolutely lovely out here. I'm just riding through the South Downs at the moment, and I'm off to a place where I've never been before. And it's a place that's been recommended by my brother Trevor. So thanks for that, Trev. And it's a place called Goodwood, which is where they hold the Goodwood Festival of Speed. So I'm not actually going down there to see the track itself. I'm actually off down there to see if I can get a glimpse of the Spitfire that takes off every now and then. So we may get a glimpse of that while sitting having a cup of coffee. There's also something else missing today, as well as my day at work, and that's Louise. I'm on a bit of a solo ride today, which is quite rare actually, because I go out with Louise most rides now, and which I absolutely love. But it is sometimes really nice just to take the bike out on my own and stretch your legs. Really, I'm on a 1200 cross tourer, so it's got a fair bit of power. So it's nice to get out on my own every now and then, just to give it a blast. So, Louise, darling, I love riding with you, but I also love riding on my own. Perhaps on the way back we'll have a little chat about why I got into bikes, how I got into bikes, and why I still ride them. So let's have a quick coffee first, and we'll have a chat on the way back. Better put a bit of juice in the old girl. She doesn't run on fumes, unfortunately. That would be a bit cheaper, wouldn't it? Oh, looks like we're here. See if we can get in. Oh, it looks exciting. Now, this has got so much history here at Goodwood. It's a really old place. There's some amazing races here with some real legends. Oh, there's racing on as well. That's quite exciting. Let's go and have a look around, shall we? So that was Goodwood Racetrack and Aerodrome. Really recommend coming down. It's so easy to get in. You just drive under the tunnel. There's a cafe in front of you, or you can go and sit right behind that Spitfire. There's a couple of hangars there where you can watch them work on Spitfires. You can see here, there's that chrome one they're polishing, which is unbelievable. How long that must take to polish, I have no idea. Or you can come here and have a flight in a Spitfire if you've got a spare £4,000 spare, which I haven't, so I'm going to go home on the bike, unfortunately. Anyway, really good place to come. Really highly recommended, just to pop in and have a cup of tea. And on a day like this, it's just absolutely brilliant. Now, I did say on the way down I'd have a little chat with you and let you know how I got into bikes and what's got me hooked. Childhood, I've been into bikes ever since I can remember. I was brought up in the
mid-90s, so the mid-90s for me was when I was starting to get heavily influenced by bikes. And at that time it was like Honda Fireblades, RGV 250, CBR 600F. You know, when all these bikes come out new, I was blown away. And as soon as I could afford my own, I mean, I had bikes when I was younger, but we didn't have a lot of money when we was kids, so we just had to make do with what we could get, really. I mean, quite often we built our own ones, and as soon as I started work and I could get some money together, did a test, and I when I bought a, what do I have? The CB Hornet, 600 Hornet, which to this day, and I've had 30, this is my 30th motorcycle, this Honda Cross Tourer. I've had 30 motorcycles, and that by far is the best one I've ever owned. I've got such fond memories of that. I've kind of never not had a bike. I've had periods where I haven't had one. Really, when the kids were born, I didn't want to ride. I didn't feel safe. But now I couldn't imagine getting rid of this Cross Tourer. This is a real lifeline for me. And now the children are older and I'm looking for something else to fill my time, which is the reason Louise and I ride. You know, that's the new start of the new adventures. But this bike really does a lot for me. It does a lot for, I don't like to use the word, but mental health. You know, it's when you're feeling down, it really does bring you out your shell and pick you up. So yeah, this bike for me is an absolute godsend. I think now my biking going forward is going to be touring. I'm going to be doing some miles. I've had a little taste of it this year. We went to France and I have done a fair few miles on this, but next year I really want to push it and just get on it and go, and maybe do like a little Europe tour. But again, it all comes down to time and funds, doesn't it? So we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, back to my point, I've been into bikes since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, and I've absolutely loved it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It's something a little bit different to what I normally do, but you've got to visit these places, haven't you? There's always interesting places to go on the bike. But yeah, I do appreciate you watching the video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already, because you'll see new videos coming up through the winter. And again, don't forget to go back and look at our banker videos, because we've made quite a few over the summer and they're going to slow up now, winter's coming. So go over and have a look, and some of them are quite funny. And yeah, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.